The moment you stop explaining yourself, the room changes. Not loudly, not instantly, but everyone feels it. Most people think respect is earned by speaking well, by proving your value, by answering fast, by making sure no one misunderstands you. That is exactly why they keep getting overlooked. Because the man who talks too much does not look powerful. He looks available, readable, easy to move. Watch any meeting carefully, and you will see it happen. One person fills every silence, rushing to clarify, adding more points, defending his tone, trying to look competent in real time. And the more he speaks, the smaller he becomes without realizing it. Then there is another man. He says less. He does not compete with the noise. He listens with a face no one can decode. No nervous laughter, no rushed agreement, no hunger to be seen. At first, people misread him. They think he is passive, detached, maybe even weak. But something strange begins to happen over time. When tension rises, eyes move toward him. When people argue, they wait for his reaction. When he finally speaks, the room makes space without being told. Because silence does something words rarely can. It creates weight that cannot be faked. Machiavelli understood this long before modern rooms and modern status games. The man who reveals less can be controlled less, and the man who cannot be easily read becomes difficult to challenge. This is the hidden pattern most people miss. They lose respect before they ever speak the wrong words. They lose it by showing too much need in the way they speak at all. Too much explaining signals fear. Too much reacting signals dependency. Too much urgency signals low position. Silence, used correctly, signals the opposite without effort. It says, I am not here to chase agreement. I am not here to fight for attention. I do not need to rush to hold my place. And that unsettles people in a way they cannot explain, because when they cannot pull emotion out of you, they cannot place you beneath them. That is where respect begins. Not with dominance, not with volume, but with restraint that feels deliberate, controlled, and intentional. And there are specific silent behaviors that make people feel this instantly, even before they understand why. The first behavior is simple, but almost no one practices it correctly. You stop rushing to fill silence. In most social situations, silence makes weak people panic. They start patching the air with more words, more jokes, more explanations, anything to escape that small moment of tension. But the person who can hold silence without shrinking sends a completely different signal. He looks comfortable without approval, and comfort without approval reads like status. Picture a meeting where someone challenges your idea. Most people react instantly, defending, interrupting, building a case before the room has even finished watching them. You do the opposite. You pause, you look at them, you let the moment breathe. Then you answer only what matters. That pause changes everything. Now your words do not sound emotional, they sound chosen. The second behavior is even rarer. You stop over-explaining. Over-explaining is not clarity. Most of the time it is fear wearing professional clothes. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of seeming rude. Fear of losing position. So people keep talking until their confidence leaks out in public. A short answer feels stronger because it suggests internal certainty, not arrogance, but structure. When someone asks why you made a decision, weak men deliver a speech. Strong men deliver a line. This is the direction. This is the reason. This is what happens next. And then they stop. That stop is where the power sits. The third behavior is silent eye contact. Not aggressive, not theatrical, just steady. When someone makes a passive-aggressive remark, most people either laugh too fast or defend too fast. Both reactions hand over power immediately. But when you hold eye contact for one calm second longer than expected, the dynamic shifts. Now they feel their own words. Now they hear how small they sounded. Silence becomes a mirror that reflects their behavior back at them without you saying a word. The fourth behavior is refusing to react on schedule. People test you constantly with delay, tone, disrespect, or coldness. They want instant proof that they can move your emotions. The moment you react too quickly, they learn where your buttons are. But when your response is measured, slower, cleaner, harder to read, they lose that map completely. And a person who cannot map you cannot easily control you. This is why silence is not absence. It is pressure. Used badly, it makes you invisible. Used well, it makes people adjust themselves around you without realizing it. The fifth behavior is the one most people will never master. You become comfortable being misunderstood. This is where almost everyone collapses. Someone misreads your intention, labels you cold, calls you arrogant, says you have changed. And the old version of you rushes to fix it with long messages, extra explanations, softening your tone just to be accepted again. But the moment you start correcting every perception, you hand over control of your identity. The man with power does something different. He lets the misunderstanding exist, not because he is careless, but because he knows respect does not come from being fully understood. It comes from being internally consistent. When your actions stay aligned, people adjust their perception over time. But if you chase their perception, you will adjust forever. The sixth behavior is silent boundaries. No speeches, no emotional build-up, no dramatic tone, just clean decisions. You leave when the conversation drops in quality. You say no without decorating it. You stop giving access where respect is missing. And you do it without anger, because anger still signals attachment. Silence signals conclusion. When someone argues with you, they still believe they have access. When you quietly remove yourself, they feel something deeper, the loss of control. This is why absence, used correctly, creates more respect than presence ever could. The seventh behavior is the most dangerous. You stop competing for attention. Most men are performing all the time, talking to be seen, posting to be validated, reacting to stay relevant. They are always in the race, and because they are always in the race, they are predictable. But the moment you step out of that cycle, you become something rare, unreachable. You speak when necessary, not constantly. You engage when it matters, not for approval. You move with intention, not reaction. At first, people will misread it. They will think you lost your drive, your energy, your social edge. Let them. Because while they are chasing visibility, you are building gravity. And gravity does not chase, it pulls. This is the final realization. Silence is not about saying less. It is about needing less. Less validation, less reaction, less control over how others see you. And the less you need, the less people can use against you. That is why these behaviors work. Not because they impress people, but because they remove the levers people use to move you. And once those levers are gone, respect is no longer something you ask for. It becomes something people give, because they have no other way to place you.